oh, I'll learn how to stop later. Well, years go by and you still haven't learned to stop. So you need to really spend some time, even if it's only 5 minutes at a time, before you go out skating while your friends are still tying up your skates. You can work a little bit on doing this T-stop thing, sitting deeply, extending your legs, sliding that skate. You can work on slalom turning in order to slow down. You can even do yoga and practice coming to a complete stop, doing a yoga pose, for example, right? I mean, anything you can do to improve your balance on skates, especially your one-legged balance, is going to be key to becoming a better skater. I almost got my finger caught in my skate, because skating is all about, my coach Diane Holm used to say, skating is all about being on one skate or the other at all times. You know why? Because number one, if you're on one skate only, then you have less rolling resistance. Number two, if you're only on one skate at a time, you are one, and when you go to push, your skate is collapsed. Ow, that hurts my ankle. But also you only have, say, 40 or 50% of your weight behind your pushing skate. If you are well balanced, then when you go to push, you have all of your weight behind your push, so it translates into good speed. So one skate or the other is key. And we spent so many hours and hours and hours working on our one-legged balance. And it's not that fun to do exercises. It's not that fun to do musical scales. It's not that fun to do write cursive one letter at a time, but it pays off in the long run, so you don't have to think about it later. One skate or the other is like the golden rule of skating, whether you're skating a straightaway, one skate or the other. As soon as I'm finished with my push, look, as soon as I'm finished with my pushing skate is in the air, right? As soon as I finish my push and I set my landing skate down, I'm done. And I'm gliding, I'm balanced, I'm in this nose, knees, toes triangle. See that triangle that I create with my straight leg? That's side C is the triangle, side A is the nose, knees, toes here, and side B is the distance between my skates. So when you skate, you're just creating triangles down the road, yeah? And one skate or the other means that you're balanced. E stands for extend your leg fully. C stands for hard. And this is a concept that people need to get to, because if you do not change the angle of your skate from the time you set it down like a quack, like a duck, to the time you finish, then you're going to be pushing off of your toes. You need to hard or change your skate angle during your push. So my skate starts like a quack, and it finishes parallel to my direction of travel. It's called harden with your heels, and it's a great feeling because you can feel the resistance you generate with push. You can probably almost hear it if you listen closely to my skates doing the pushing. Huh? I mean, I can exaggerate it, and you can really hear the sound of the heel cards. And that's what generates a lot of power too, is by keeping that heel out at the end of your push. Not pushing off the toe, but actually pushing onto that heel. So hard and set. Sit a little lower, extend fully, hard with the heels. At T, I like to think about the angle of my wheels to the ground. If I push with my angle of my wheels much on the inside edge, I not only slide out, but I'm pushing through my heel, through my blister, rather than through my wheels. So T, for me, stands for push through the tops of my wheels, or in other words, keep my wheels as perpendicular to the ground as possible, or if you want to get technical, keep your wheels in the same line as the pushing axis of your leg. So keep your wheels in line with your shin bone through your thigh all the way to the hip. So if you're standing quite tall, then at the end of your push, your skates are almost vertical. Your wheels are almost vertical to the ground. If you're sitting down here, your skates are still aligned with your shin bone, but then more on the inside edge. Yeah? And if you're not good at spelling, you can spell sect with a K, sect. K, which stands for knees together, and that's huge, because if you get your knees together after every push, you can take advantage of the speed you generated when you fly. Problems pushing off your inside edge, if you have problems with a sore ankle or blisters, then you really need to think about almost pushing off of an outside edge, and you'll just feel the power. So, tomorrow when you're skating as well, you want to keep your knees together every time. You want to do that sideways salsa. Use your hips. You want to push off the tops of your wheels. All that good stuff. But when you come over the finish line, you also want to look good because maybe you have a friend, a relative there to take a picture. And if you're looking really tired and you come across the finish, that's not a great memory to have. You may be really tired, but at least look good for the camera, yeah? When you're tired tomorrow, try to remember a workout you had when, no matter how hard you skated, your legs just wouldn't get tired. Try to think positively when you're feeling tired. If your back is sore, try to think about being an angry kitty, rounding your back. Don't arch your back like a swan, that just creates tension. Round it, relax. Sit in that air chair. When you come across the finish and you want to get a big shot, you can do. And you're just skating for fun, but you want to get a good picture coming across. And maybe you want to just nip them at the end. That's called hogging the line. You can practice rolling in a lunge position. It's good. When I'm just getting ready for the start, I'm always stretching on my skates.
Wow.
Nice deep lunge position. Put your hands up and straighten your leg, only momentarily. Then you can get a good picture. If you can jump into your lunge and then top line even better. So for your finishing position, you may want to consider a lunge. You may want to consider simply putting one foot of skate in front of the other, putting your hands up. But I guarantee you, if you get a picture with your hands up, even if you're the last person in your wave, and there are many people like this,